Thank you everybody for joining us today. Our discussion called Beyond Brilliance, Unleash Your Dynamic Marketing Team with Smartsheet. Today's discussion will be, we will have people live answering your questions, so feel free to type in questions into the chat and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. Before we get going, I'd just like to give a quick legal disclaimer. This session may contain forward-looking statements and the trademarks in the presentations are not endorsements. My name is David Pessis. I'm Vice President of Product Management here at Smartsheet, and I'm super excited to be joined here by Jim Hannafin from Brandfolder.
I'm thrilled to be part of Engage 2020, and even more excited to be working with you, David. My name is Jim Hannafin. I'm the Chief Product Officer at a company called Brandfolder, and we're going to learn a little bit more about Brandfolder in today's talk. Thanks, David.
Thank you, Jim. Excited to have you here. So today we have a couple objectives that we really want you to walk away from. First of all, we want to teach you about our latest capabilities, things that we've launched within the last year, and how we can make processes even easier for marketers and creatives. Secondly, we want you to understand how Smartsheet can actually give these capabilities to you from an end-to-end basis. It's not just a piecemeal capability here or over here. How do we give you end-to-end processes to help you be more effective and more efficient with your marketing and creative activities? So to set the stage, the way we view Smartsheet is we operate at the intersection of your workflows, collaboration, and content. And what does this actually mean? When you think about a creative process or a marketing process, there's a workflow around it. There's a process end to end, whether it's automated or it's manual. Secondly, there's collaboration. How do you communicate with your peers or across different parts of the organization to actually execute against that process? And finally, typically in the marketing and content scenarios, content is an output. There's something that's an output, whether it's a creative piece of work or it's text or it's a photo, things of that nature, there's always content. And that's where we're really going to zero in on today. The content creation process is not done in a vacuum. Content is inextricable from a workflow, which is ultimately a collaborative process. So the question becomes, how do you orchestrate content in a way that allows customers, you, to manage, secure, and share content in a dynamic way? Content as an island has no value. When you operate in silos, there is no value. The power lies in content plus workflow and democratizing the ability to engage with and manage content going forward. This is the true power of Smartsheet.
We know how much work you and your teams put in to create all the collateral, documents, and marketing materials for your business. We continue to build those tools to allow the creation process to happen efficiently. We will be walking through some of those new tools today. We know that over half of all of assets within a company go completely unused. This is because content is spread across many different systems. It's hard to search and keep organized, and your content is constantly changing. This is what we call asset chaos. In a survey, we found that most employees find their company logo by searching Google. We strive to bring that level of simplicity to all of your digital assets. It is important to have the right tools to solve this problem. And that solution is ensuring the right people at the right time can find the right materials when they need them efficiently and securely. This has been the focus and mission at Brandfolder. Brandfolder is a dam.
Jim, what the heck is a dam?
That's a great question, David. DAM stands for Digital Asset Management. And that's what Brandfolder is. We are a dam, which is really the single source of truth for all of your content. And when I say all, you can imagine every single piece of digital content your company has. Marketing materials, brand materials, logos, fonts, colors, product information, sales collateral, you name it. These materials are the currency of our digital world. They are the culmination of all of your team's hard work. Brandfolder has systems to organize, automatically extract taxonomy from AI, give quick means to distribute content to people and to systems. We have features such as automation, so you can have rules that automatically flow that content into the right collections. templating to augment content, the ability to export content into predefined sizes, whether it's for social media or your content experiences, such as your hero image on your website or an email template. And our smart content delivery network allows marketers to regain control of the content experience, making it easy to update with no code and get back the analytics on what content is performing, who is using it, and where that content lives. These are just a few high-level points of what the Brandfolder platform does. Combining the dynamic work solutions of Smartsheet with the capabilities of DAM is really going to allow your teams to thrive.
Thank you, Jim. And what I should have mentioned before Jim's excellent explanation is that Smartsheet recently acquired Brandfolder. And so what we're going to do now, we're going to walk through a lot of the new capabilities that Smartsheet is releasing. And Jim will then follow up and talk about how these capabilities fit in with Brandfolder and how we're going to continue to bring you end-to-end solutions to help solve your marketing and creative needs. And so first, we're going to discuss document and video proofing. About 1 year ago today at Engage, 1 year ago, we launched our first iteration of proofing. This gave you the ability to get feedback using our proofing mechanisms on just images. And so you could get pinpoint annotations on specific feedback on a proof. But this was you could only do this with an image, so a GIF or a PNG or a JPEG. Today, we're super excited to announce that we now support document proofing. What this means is that you can upload all Office document types into Smartsheet and use our proofing capabilities. Furthermore, by the end of this year, we'll be supporting 50 plus different document types. Secondly, we now support video proofing. This means you can now actually upload videos into Smartsheet and use those same proofing tools and feedback mechanisms on your videos. And so on a frame by frame basis, people can give you pinpoint feedback on a frame, whether it's in text annotation or highlight annotation or highlights. Very powerful tools for you to get feedback on your videos. Super excited to announce these new capabilities today.
It's amazing how far this feature has come since last Engage. It's really exciting. This is collaboration in a dynamic work environment. And now with Brandfolder, you'll be able to kick off proofing flows directly from the DAM. And once proofs are approved and finalized, you'll be able to easily publish those back to the DAM to be distributed with all of your stakeholders.
So mapping and reporting on proofing data on the surface may not sound so exciting, but this gives you the unique capability now to integrate proofing into the rest of the features of Smartsheet. For example, you can select proofing data points like status and version number and associate them with a column in the sheet. What this enables you to do is create dashboards and reports or automations around your proofing data, enabling you to use the breadth and depth of Smartsheet capabilities alongside your proofing. So this is really a key enabler to really integrate proofing into your everyday workflows and those end-to-end processes.
And this is another great example of where Smartsheet and Brandfolder are bringing new data back to your teams. This really allows them to make better decisions through the entire creation to distribution process. Making that more effective is really an enablement for your teams. David?
Awesome, thanks, Jim. So this is perhaps my most favorite capability of Smartsheet. And I think when you think about the future of Smartsheet and Brandfolder and how we're going to work together, this is really the genesis of where it becomes so exciting. Both Brandfolder and Smartsheet today have Adobe extensions. I'll let Jim talk about the Brandfolder Adobe extension. But what we've learned is we talk to creatives and we talk to marketers, they don't want to be in a tool like Smartsheet. So that's why we built that extension. The creatives inside Adobe can create their creative work, take these amazing creations and push them to Smartsheet into our proofing capability without ever having to leave Adobe. And this is where the creatives want to live. And so we now have this opportunity to build these end-to-end workflows that Jim's going to get into here shortly.
Yeah, and creatives, this is really a game changer for your teams. The Brandfolder plugin, in conjunction with the Smartsheet Adobe plugin, really opens up so many possibilities. Bringing experiences directly into the tools your creative teams live within allows them to spend more time doing what they do, creating. You can open up content directly from the DAM, utilize existing content within new creative, and keep that content linked so it can be easily updated and shared with collaborators. As an example, you can have an Illustrator version or an Illustrator file embedded in a Photoshop file. That Photoshop file can be embedded in an InDesign print document. And right from the plugin, you can see when any one of those files has been updated or there's a new version. And quickly, in one click, make sure you're utilizing the latest content in your asset. That is a really powerful feature to ensure brand consistency across all of your collateral. And this is really to enable full from idea to publish of that finalized asset, that life cycle, all within the Adobe experience. It's really cool stuff.
Awesome, thanks, Jim. So mobile image markup. This brings the capability, our proofing capability that we've been discussing, right to your mobile device. And so no matter where you are, our goal is to bring this capability to you so you can use it when and where you need to. As an example in this image, let's say you see something on the road or you see something you're excited about, you can take a picture of it, annotate it, upload it into proofing, and immediately get feedback no matter where you are. And so just another way where we're trying to bring these Smartsheet capabilities to you no matter where you are.
Yep, and we want to enable you to continually improve your brand experiences. When you see that content in the field, as David discussed, a sign in a store, for instance, being able to quickly take a picture, mark it up, and get that feedback integrated so future collateral is even better. Those are exactly the kind of tools we are working on every day to make your brand great.
Awesome. So moving on to Document Builder. Document Builder is one of these very interesting features. Believe it or not, this was created at a hackathon internally at Smartsheet about a year ago. There was so much enthusiasm inside of Smartsheet around this capability that we actually decided to go invest in it. And so what is Document Builder? Maybe you have a grid that's got 1,000 prospects in the grid and they all have different interests, different demographics, different interests, different purchasing profiles. And so what you can do with Document Builder is I can generate 1,000 unique PDFs with your brand, with your customized layout right from Smartsheet. And so this enables you to automatically generate PDFs based on the data in the grid.
And this, along with brand folders templating tools, is really just another addition in your marketing flows that not only saves time, but really improves brand consistency. You can save these files that are output from Document Builder back into the DAM and use our optical character recognition, or OCR, to extract all the content within those documents. Then indexing that content for search means that anytime in the future, you can easily locate those documents. Even if just one name is used within that document, you'll be able to pull that up and utilize that content when you need it.
And this is one of those Document Builders, one of those capabilities where, yes, it's very applicable to marketing and creatives today, but we are so excited to see where you, the customer, take this capability, because we believe that this opens up a lot of opportunities outside of marketing and it's outside of creative. And as an example, this image here is a patient intake form. We've all been to the doctor's office where we take a pen and paper every time we go in there and we fill out the same 3 forms with the same information every time. Imagine now you go into the doctor's office, you fill out a form in an iPad, and in the office, they automatically generate these PDFs. Those same three PDFs we filled out manually, now it's automatic. And so this really is going to enable a lot more automations, efficiencies, and so you get rid of that manual data entry processes.
Great feature.
And finally, e-signature. We've all used e-signature. We all know the power of e-signature. We believe that even internally, let's say you need to release branding or maybe some specific documents to a customer. Well, now what you can do is you can generate a PDF using our document generation feature we just showed you. You now send that document to proofing for it to be reviewed. Then it can go to your CMO, where your CMO can then electronically sign that document to release those assets so that you can send them over to the customer. And again, this is another one of those capabilities. We know how wildly popular e-signatures are. We want to bring it to Smartsheet, again, for you to help improve and optimize your workflows and become more efficient as you generate more and more content. And again, we just can't wait to see how you guys implement these into your workflows.
Yeah, e-signatures are one of my favorite tools because it personally saves me so much time in contracts and agreements. But I'm also really, really excited about this feature, David, because marketers, you can imagine all the great ways this can be used, but I am really excited to see it used in the digital rights management flows. So you can imagine whether it is signing off on a document before its usage you have that signed by your end user. You can imagine having talent within campaigns, e-sign when creating new collateral or photography or product imagery ahead of time, and just really integrating that into your entire workflow will speed things up a lot, but also give you that confidence that you have those signatures organized and tracked all within Smartsheet.
So in closing, please joining us at the marketing community group. The link will be posted in the chat. Secondly, we really want you to understand how Smartsheet helps you eliminate those silos across stakeholders and teams. And so we don't want you to take this as a feature, just a whole bunch of features. We want you to think about this as, how do I take this solution and help me solve problems end to end across silos? And number three is, we didn't have time to give you demonstrations today or any deep dives into some of these capabilities. If you look into our marketing track, there are a lot of deep dives into these areas, document, video proofing, to mention a few. So please attend those if you want to see deeper dives and demonstrations.
And one other note, David, one, I'd just like to say how excited the Brandfolder team and myself are to be a part of Smartsheet and really changing the way work gets done. And I would like to extend an offer to all the 2020 Engage attendees for a special offer for Brandfolder. Just talk to your account rep to learn more about that. But we want to get Brandfolder in the hands of your team as quickly as possible so you can start fixing the chaos of content within your org.
Thank you, Jim. So excited to work closely with Brandfolder and bring these end-to-end solutions to our customers. And finally, it's Q&A time, the moment you've all been waiting for. So please type in your questions. We have people standing by to answer them as quickly as possible. And thank you so much for joining today. We really appreciate you giving us the time.